Hey, if life ever feels too heavy, too fast, or just plain hard, this story is for you. Because today, I want to share something deeply personal. Something my grandmother gave me when I was just 10 years old. An old envelope she called her recipe for happiness. At first, I thought it was a joke. But what I found inside changed my life. And over the years, through heartbreak, stress, loneliness, those simple words kept bringing me back to what really matters. This isn't just a recipe. It's a guide to surviving this messy, beautiful life. So listen closely. Because the final ingredient? It's the one we all forget, but it's the one that heals everything. I remember the day so clearly. It was a warm afternoon, and the scent of cinnamon and vanilla floated through my grandmother's kitchen like a hug in the air. I sat at the table, my legs swinging freely, beneath the chair, watching her knead dough with hands that had lived 1,000 lifetimes. She turned to me, eyes twinkling. "Come here," she said. From the worn drawer of her old cabinet, she pulled out a yellowing envelope sealed with a tiny wax stamp. "This," she whispered, "is my most precious recipe. But it's not for cake." Inside was a handwritten note. The ink was fading, but the words were still there. My recipe for happiness. Ingredients: 1 cup of kindness, 2 tablespoons of patience, 3 teaspoons of gratitude, a pinch of forgiveness and endless love. Mix daily, serve warm. At the time, I thought it was sweet, a cute metaphor from a loving old woman, but I didn't understand. Not yet. Years passed. Middle school, high school. The world grew louder and harder. I was often overwhelmed, trying to fit in, trying not to break. One day, when I was 16 and utterly drained from a fight with a friend, I came across that note again, tucked in the back of a photo album. Cup of kindness. It made me pause. Kindness? Toward who? Then I realized I hadn't even been kind to myself. That evening, I went to that friend and simply said, "I'm sorry for being harsh. I was hurting." She cried. So did I. That was the first time I truly understood what my grandmother meant. Kindness is the base, the batter. Without it, nothing else rises. College years came next, fast, stressful, deadlines, relationships, dreams that seemed too far away. I wanted life to happen quickly, love, success, peace, but it didn't. I called my grandmother. Once my voice cracking, saying, "Why does everything take so long?" She chuckled softly. "Sugar," she said, "you don't bake bread by shouting at it." I laughed through tears. 2 tablespoons of patience, she'd written. She was right. Some things need time to rise. You can't rush what needs to grow slowly. Patience isn't waiting. It's trusting the process. A few years later, I had a job, a partner, an apartment in the city. From the outside, it looked like I had it all. But something was missing. I felt numb. It was Thanksgiving, and I couldn't make it home. Alone, I opened my kitchen drawer and found that old recipe again. This time, my eyes landed on teaspoons of gratitude. I started a small journal that night. Every evening I wrote 3 things I was grateful for. Some days it was just warm socks or a stranger's smile, but slowly everything changed. Colors seemed brighter. Even bad days had meaning. Gratitude, I realized, is the sugar in life's recipe. It doesn't erase pain, but it makes everything more bearable. Then came heartbreak, the kind that makes you feel hollow. friend I trusted betrayed me. I carried the weight of that hurt for months, and then I remembered a pinch of forgiveness. Just a pinch, because it doesn't take much. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's choosing to stop drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I wrote a letter I never sent. I cried, and I forgave, not for them, but for me, and something inside me loosened, like knots untangling. Freedom. Peace. Grandma passed away the following spring. The world dimmed, but her warmth stayed with me. I returned to her house one last time, stood in that familiar kitchen. The sun poured in, through the window just like it used to, and I read the last line of her recipe, Endless Love. I finally understood. Love isn't a grand gesture. It's the way she tucked my hair behind my ear, the way she hummed while cooking, the way she made everyone feel like they mattered. Love is daily. It's in the small things. And when given endlessly, it never runs out. Now I'm older. I have my own kitchen, a little girl of my own who asks, "What makes people happy?" I smile. I hand her an envelope, worn, yellow, familiar. She opens it and reads, "My recipe for happiness." She laughs. And just like that, the cycle continues. Because the greatest recipes aren't just for meals, they're for memories, for healing, for living. So here's my message to you, friend. If life feels too heavy, if you're lost or tired or numb, try this recipe. Even if you just start with one ingredient: kindness, patience, gratitude, forgiveness, love. Simple but powerful, because sometimes the sweetest truths are the ones we heard long ago and forgot to believe. And if you ever need a reminder, just come back to this story. My grandmother's wisdom is yours now too.